Hi, welcome yet to another video by Dune Master. In today's video, I'll be replacing uh, heater core assembly, pretty much the whole heater core assembly, and I'll be finishing up a few other things that you might be interested in. So it's a little dirty on the inside. It seems to be in good shape. Look at that spider. Alright, goodbye, Mr. Spider. I don't think I need your help. So I'm going to brush this off and clean it up a little bit. I'll try not to get the motor wet, but I still need to clean up this side. Well, it looks like I got it mostly cleaned up without getting the motor much wet. Okay, much cleaner. That there's really no point to have foam on top, because this lip right here, it doesn't go on top, it just sits against right here, or this part right here. So I don't really understand the reason for foam here. I understand having foam on the bottom and on the side to prevent the air from escaping in a certain way. And it's done, finally. Kinda hate this thing. Alright, next, need to replace this O-ring right here. This one is toast. It looks like a good size, I think. So I'm thinking I need to remove this floor because I need to run this wire underneath the floor, and also tuck this piece under, and also need to remove this board right here. That's what I was planning to do today. So basically this wire and the heater core and a few other things, and this wire runs to the auxiliary battery that I installed, and it powers this light right here. And this is the Uniworks 3D printed light, which is pretty cool. I bought the vents from Uniworks, and they really look good. It doesn't really even looks like it's 3D printed, or I don't know how it works, but it looks like ABS plastic, which kind of matches the panels here. The only thing is the bolt spacing was just slightly off. Excuse me. But I am not really looking forward to removing this floor because I've already done it 10 times and it kind of gets old doing it over and over and over again, because I had to remove it for various reasons, but I have to do it. Not feeling well today. Feeling a little cranky. Quite honestly, I'm forcing myself to record this video. Usually on the days like this, I would just do this in silence by myself. But today I'm forcing myself to have an audience. No need for it to be there, really. So I actually cut this piece of plywood by myself. Well, I made it with my own hands. I put two outlets here that connect to that little 500 watt inverter. I have aux battery here. There's a fuse, and there's that smart voltage. I don't know, I think it's called voltage regulator. It turns off at a certain voltage and it starts charging at a certain voltage. Really basic. I think this cost me about $100 on Amazon, not including the battery. Battery was like $150 from Napa. You can see better. This is a timing belt from the Subaru engine that I used to fasten this voltage converter. So here I have like a piece of corner aluminum and a piece of plywood bolted into it, just to fill in this gap so the mat just doesn't fall over in there. I think I can improve on this a little bit, actually, to make it go closer. So I actually had to cut this down, I don't know, thin it out a little bit so I could put that step, the step through, whatever you call that piece. Actually that one I bought from Slaughterhouse Customs in UK, and it was recommended to me by the guy who I bought the seats from. Really nice guy, because these seats are not original to this van. The original ones were blue. I'll actually show you the original. It's the original seat for that van. I actually sewn these straps right here to make like my own little seat cover out of felt. It's one of the things that I want to do today. But you may see marks from a pen here, and that's where I marked the location of the plywood pieces. So if you are familiar with the original transporter vans, you know they came with the rails where you put another middle seat here for passengers, and it already has holes in the floor for bolts to bolt on that rail on which you can slide in the middle seats. Well, what I did, I just bolted on like a strip of plywood that I cut out here and here. Maybe I can show it to you better. And I'm also using the original I guess sound deadening and insulation piece that came with the van, but I put those strips of plywood here. I didn't glue them so I can bolt on this 5x5 piece of plywood. And this is really nice quality piece of plywood. It's 5 feet by 5 feet, and you don't really need to cut it. It lays down here nicely, except if you have a heater, you just have to cut out the shape of the heater to make it slide in easily. However, there is a gap here, and that's why I have that aluminum piece. And this cable I'm running from the original battery. I actually cut this lid because I have a swivel seat. What? I'm running the cable through there's a hole already in here in place. It goes here, underneath the floor, and all around there to there. But I want to run this cable underneath in the same way, and I want to glue this piece of fabric and so put something in place here. I might have a grommet that big to run it through, and it's easier to run that wire through the B-pillar, because originally I wanted to run it here across the roof and through this, I guess it's called C-pillar, but it's really hard to fish it through there because there are not many openings like here. Here I have the opening for the air conditioner drain, and then you have this opening. Well, there's a bolt here. There's a bolt here where you can see things. You can see things through here. There's already a little switch for the door with the wire running through here, and then it has this big opening here. So that's why I decided to go this route, if that makes sense. So here it is. More or less, it's just a moisture barrier. Okay, I'm ready to spray it. So this is the first time I'm using this 3M spray adhesive. I've been using the one, I forgot the brand. It's a green can from Harbor Freight, and that one worked really well. So hopefully this one works as well. So the trick is you have to let it sit for a couple minutes. Okay, I'm hoping it's good to go. It's been a couple of minutes. And here's the wire. It's running next to the insulation, and this. I like it. So I think overall I decreased the gap here. I try to heat up some of this aluminum to bend it that way a little bit more. Then I realized it wasn't probably the best idea. There's still going to be a gap here, but should be alright. Finally, I'm getting to the heater, and you can see it leaked a little bit on the floor already from that valve. Vice grips. blows air. I'll let it warm up. Well, it blows warm air, and I don't see any leaks right away, so I think I'm just gonna put the cover on and check it out in a couple of days or whenever I drive it to see if it leaks or not. It's really neat. I like this a lot. Thank you, guy. Well, I might have to print out another sign to put it on the outside. So valve close, valve open. Hi there. So it's the next day. Feel a lot better. I am ready to finish this job, even though there's not much left to do. Just a couple of things. But let's continue doing this. Okay, I'm finished with the heater. This is how it turned out. I really like this cover. That's really awesome. That means I can throw things in this space for storage and not worry that I'm gonna hit the heater or touch the valve, because it's a little flimsy. And also I wired the electrical parts and it's all nicely tucked in there, out of the way. And we have a light. Take a seat. I'm really happy with it. For people that installing this type of light, the Universe, I don't know how you pronounce it, but here I have a ground wire running through here, and it's connected. If I can pull it off with one hand. Here we go. This black wire, it's connected to the ground connector for this light. This light doesn't work, by the way. I need to find the reason why it doesn't work. And then I have the hot wire running through the B pillar, as you saw, going down. It's really easy to route it. I basically dropped it through the hole in the, like around the gutter area, or like the ceiling gutter, I don't know what you call it, or the air tunnel, and it dropped right away. I didn't have to unbolt the latch or any of those to access it. I saw it through that hole right there, and I basically fished it out through there, routed it underneath, going under me, and it should serve me well. So another reason why I've taken the table off, well, first of all, it was in the way when I was doing that floor piece, but also I got some black trim, and if you saw, the panels that I have in the van are black, and the table also is black on this side. So I think it's only appropriate that I change it, this like, I don't know, furniture trim or whatever you call this piece, to black as well. And I also bought this from the guy who I bought the heater for $5. So why not? And last item on the list today was to put on this seat cover that I made. I have some straps here. This goes around the headrest, and there's 2 straps that I stitched on or sawn on that go underneath the seat. So I'm gonna do that next. Okay, it is done. And you can hang things here, maybe like a little pouch, or here. Let's check it out from the other side. Oops. forgot to adjust the camera. Real nice.